Right, hi there YouTube, and thanks very much for joining me again. Today in this video we are going to be parting out this optical drive for use in other Arduino and Raspberry Pi projects. Now this is the Ricoh MP7-080A or MP7080A CD/DVD writer drive with a missing button on the front. So this is what we're going to part out, and I'm specifically after a couple of things here, well, more than a couple of things. I want the controller board off of this, purely because there's 5 and 12 volt lines in that could be utilised. So that's the first thing. Then I'm going to want the 2 motors that will be in here, and there's typically going to be 2. One, or possibly even 3, one to drive the disc tray in and out, the other one to move the laser head on the inside forwards and backwards, and another one to spin the CD spindle where the disc would actually sit. So 2 or even 3 motors in here, the laser head as well, and any of the necessary cabling. And of course we are going to void any and all warranties on this. Not that there will be any, because this thing is probably nearly as old as me. But nonetheless, let's cut to the intro and then let's get this thing dismantled and see what we can get out of it. And that's coming up on today's show.
Get strong.
Okay, so we are on the workbench, and there are a few things that we're going to need to observe here. So it just says here on this caution sticker, do not open the drive, no user adjustments or serviceable parts inside. Well, that's actually not quite true, because I have a hot air station, and what this essentially means is that I can desolder using hot air all of any the SMD components that might be on any particular logic board there. Now, if I really wanted to and the unit was defective, I could indeed replace them, but we're not doing that, we're just breaking this thing up. There's another one, sticker here that just says, caution, invisible laser radiation when open, avoid direct exposure to beam. Well, that's if the thing's powered on. It isn't at the moment, so that's not a problem. And then, of course, you have it written here, I think this is in German. I can't read that very well, so I'm sure all of you German speakers out there can. We'll just zoom in and get a look at that. And then obviously it just says that it's a class 1 laser product. Now there's a schematic on the back side of this which pertains to the pinouts on the device. So we'll have a quick look at that and then we'll proceed to open the thing up. So on the right hand side here of the schematic, we have what looks like a Molex connector. So on the left hand side there's 5 volt line, the 2 middle pins are the ground, and then on the right hand side there'll be a 12 volt line as well, and that's here. Then we have a 40 or 41 pin IDE ATAPI interface connector, with a cutout slot on the top there, if you're able to see that. So that's so you can plug the ribbon cable in only one way. Next up, there's 6 pins. Pardon me. So next up, there's 6 pins, which are here, and there's a plastic jumper which I'm going to remove. That's the first thing that I'm going to want, because they're always handy to have. Now, what those 6 pins are for that's the cable select. When you plug this into a computer, that jumper there would select either cable select, or you could move it to slave or master accordingly. Cable select just basically means that a system BIOS would select what the setting would be. And then the two left-hand side connectors here are for audio. Now there's 6 more pins here, but I'm not sure what they're to do for. I think that might be for testing points, possibly, but there's nothing on the schematic. So that being said, let's flip the device over onto its back side and let's get these screws undone and that front plate removed. Bear with me. That's better. So we're going to need some tools for this, and of course we are going to void any and all warranties by breaking that sticker. So I'm just going to get some tools. And a Phillips screwdriver should do this quite nicely. So I'll start by undoing those 4 screws, and we'll keep those because they can be used in further projects. So that's 3, and now obviously bye-bye any and all warranty. That's it, got it. I probably should have peeled the sticker off first, but never mind, we got the screw out. Now on the front side here, we need to remove that plastic bezel. So using a flat blade screwdriver, I'm going to first start by levering up on that middle tab. And then there's 2 tabs here on either side which we're going to push, and that front bezel should come out. There might be one more. There is. That might require a degree of violence to get that off, which it has. And that there's no need for that, so I can bin that. And now we should be able to get into this unit somehow. Oh, that's it. In this particular case, what it does is it slides back and then we can lift the metal frame up. Now the metal frame could be useful, so I'm going to save that with my other parts. Just set that off down there for now. And now we can start to extract things from here. So first up is the controller board. And as you see, we've got quite a lot of nice components here and the ribbon cables. So these could be desoldered and reprogrammed and used. I'm not sure what all of these are for. I could pull up the data sheets on them, but for now I'm just going to basically remove this and keep the boards. The header pins as well could be useful for other projects as well. So all of this will be kept. So what we'll do is just start by disconnecting all of our ribbons and cabling. Like so. And that is one board that we can keep. Let's just get you a visual of that. So as I said, all of these chips could possibly be reprogrammed and reflashed. Don't know what these do yet. I'm assuming that's for the controllers for the optical drive. Not sure exactly. And then there's one there with only a basic marking on it. Oh no, there's more markings on there as well. But as I said, all of these components, we can remove them, the filters, the lot, with a hot air solder station, which I have. So that's another part which we're going to keep. I'll just set that off to one side with all the rest of my stuff. Now, we have a motor here, so I'm going to want to try and get to that like now. There's all sorts of other plastic gubbins in the way. I'm not sure how we're going to go about doing this. Let's slide that top off of there as well. Keep that. Okay, there's two more screws here. Don't know if you're able to see that properly. So we'll remove that plate there which holds the optical disc in place. We'll keep the screws. The metal plate possibly could be useful, or I can just scrap it out. Right, now it's working out how we get this off. Let's flip it back over again and start just basically removing screws at this point. There's 4 here, 1 in each corner. So we'll remove those. Now that looks like it holds that mid-frame in place. So we'll have those out. There's going to be some rubber bushings there as well, so we'll keep hold of those. Let's just get to that last screw. It's got that. Now we should be able to get rid of that. Those rubber bushings, we'll have those out as well. So we can just peel them off. And we'll keep those. And the metal frame here, because that's got quite sharp edges on it, we'll just simply discard that. That won't have any further use in any other projects, at least for now. So that's gone. So it's just leaving us now the tray to get rid of and to start removing these boards. And of course we want the electric motor out of there as well. So this is just a case of see a screw and remove it. And it looks like there's only 3 that hold that board in place. Again, I probably should have just disconnected the ribbons first. There's another one here. Right, that connector's broken off. Just chuck it in with the rest of the spares for now. This might be the control board that serves the laser. It's possible. So that's what that bad boy looks like. Let's get a close-up of that without dropping it on the floor. So there we are. It's just a close-up of that. Dual-sided board there. Cool. And now we can start extracting these motors as I'm kicking the tripod left, right and centre again. There's another screw there. Let's remove that. Right, okay, I need a smaller bit. No, that's not the one. Let's try this. That's got it. Okay. It looks like I might have successfully extracted some kind of motor here. Well, I say successfully, but I haven't yet. We might have to use some violence to get into that optical drive tray to move that out of the way. That might be the case here. Or not. Okay, so that's how we can extract the tray. By sliding this plastic here, now the tray can come out. Like so. Now I might have to use violence in order to get that out. Yeah, let's just use violence and physically remove it. That's not needed. In the bin it goes. So we have one motor here. So there's a total of 3 in here, I think. Or is it 2? No, there's 3. So we want... Try not to damage that ribbon. That's got one of the motors. Let's have a quick look at that. Very nice. It's got a bearing in there as well, I think. So yeah, we'll keep hold of that. Let's have a go for the... Should we go for the second one here? There's a rubber band, so we'll remove that. And we'll have that other motor out. Like so. Metal clip for the motor. And that guy just simply plops out the bottom. And these have got connectors on, which is quite handy. So let's start feeding those through. Again, trying not to damage the wiring on this. Should feed through. This is being quite stubborn. Right, there is a switch in the way, that blue switch. So we'll need to remove that. Now we've extracted the second motor. See if you can still see what I'm doing. And we've got that directional switch as well. Just got to try and carefully get that out. There it is. The cogwheels, yeah, they've come out quite easily, so again, probably could use those. So we'll keep them. Right. Got that out of that. Let's have that screw as well. Now it's just the last motor to go, and then the laser head itself. So let's give that a go. Some sort of grounding plate. Another screw. That plate's dropped out, so we'll have that. The retaining plate that holds the laser unit on its track. And the laser unit itself, so we'll have that. And the metal rods. Okay, I think that's pretty much undone most of those screws now. So we can just remove all of this as one. There's another motor there. A spring, keep that. And that is pretty much it. So we don't really need that sort of inner carrier there, so we can get rid of that. Just chuck it down with all the rest. And this is what we've managed to salvage. So it's a pretty respectful haul. I can stick my tools away now. And we'll have a look at what I've managed to recover. So that's coming up in just a moment. Okay, so here we are. We've managed to recover 2 circuit boards, one smaller one and one larger one. So again, we can SND those components off. Then we've recovered a whole bunch of screws and fasteners, a couple of gear wheels, some rubber boots, mounting boots. We've got these metal plates, grounding plates or whatever they were for. Cogwheels, as we said. So a little selection of things there for use in our Arduino projects. We've recovered 3 motors. So there's one, there's the second one, and the third one. We've recovered the associated connectors. We've also managed to recover a directional switch, so that would be normally off. That would either be forward or reverse, and whichever way you care to go with that. And its relevant connector there. And 1 laser unit. Very nice. And as I said, that definitely could be used in other projects. Not sure what yet, but there we go. That's what I've managed to recover. And we can have some fun building some stuff. So that wraps it up. So I'm going to get out of here now and we'll proceed to close out. Right there, YouTube. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope that you liked that one. Like, comment, share and subscribe as always and get the bell on. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, do take care of yourself and consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. That way you can tune in, know when I put out another video, and we're going to have a look at some point and see what I can do with these parts that I've scavenged, along with what I also have here to do some cool Arduino and Raspberry Pi things. Now, just before I do go, there is one program that I'm working on at the moment, and that's for an infrared counter sensor. I'm not going to reveal too much about that now, but as and when the project develops, I will cover that. So look forward to seeing you in the next one. As I said, take care, wish you all the very best, and love all of you very, very much, and see you soon. Bye.